I'm Jared Dienda. We're here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. I'm here with Scott of Snap On Tools. And Scott, we're talking about the bearing, race, and seal driver set. Two different options here.
Correct. You have steel and aluminum, depending on what material you're driving in. So steel, obviously, for your heavier application where you're really hammering on something. Aluminum for your softer applications, maybe even some of your seals or things like that.
Okay, so let's talk about this handle right off the bat. This comes with the set, and this thing is stout. It's got the strike back here as well.
That's right. We make all of this down in Elkmont, Alabama at our facility. Two things to note. The handle itself is based off our striking pry bar, so it allows you to get your hand out of the way when you're using a large hammer to drive whatever seal or bearing it is, and then the quick release on the shank allows you to move back and forth between different drivers and all that stuff.
And it's reversible, so you have that tapered side and the flat side for bearings or for seals.
Correct. So it's important to use the correct tool for the application because you don't want to use a socket when you're driving in a bearing or a seal or something like that, because the flat surface allows you to positively engage whatever it is you're putting in, whereas a socket, you know, it's got a rim to it, so you're kind of putting a lot of point load on whatever it is you're driving. So that's important. Another thing to mention is using the right tool for the right job. So you want to use steel on some of your heavier applications, but if you're using steel with an aluminum seal or whatever it is, you can actually, through the strike, transfer some of the steel off of the driver onto the material itself, which can then rust over time. So majority of technicians will have the steel set because you're generally hitting things pretty hard and you want that to hold up. But it's also important to invest in the aluminum side because down the road you might have a problem with whatever it is you've driven in that might be aluminum.
Yeah, softer, more porous materials cause damage to your hand as well as cause damage to what you're working on. In addition to the sets, you have these pieces as well as that piece.
Correct. Yeah, so it comes with a standard 10-inch handle, but you can also invest in a 17 or 27, and that's really just based on the application. So if you're maybe driving in an axle seal and it's some distance away and you can't really get a good strike with your hammer, two different lengths that you can also invest in.
And this piece down here?
Yeah, so you can use this on your BJP1, so it's another kit that we sell. This allows you to adapt that tool to use any of these drivers with the BJP1, so depending on how you're putting a seal or a race or bearing in, you can use this with that tool.
And that is just a real testament to right tool for the right application. Coordinate with your franchisee and pick up one or both of these sets today.